Let's start. Hello, all. Let's start with our today's DSA news. This amazing set by dsa.chaicode.com. Use this link to get a 7-day free trial. Let's go to our question, and today is the last question of heap. I will only quote. Let's see the optimal one actually. Given a task label and a cooldown in, the same task must run at least n interval apart. Return the minimum number of intervals needed to finish every task. Okay, so if you go to the question, simply the question says you are given an array of CPU tasks, each level from A to Z and a number n. Each CPU interval can be idle or allowed to complete of one task. Task can be complete in any order, but there are constant there has a gap at least of n intervals between two tasks of same level. Okay, return the minimum number of CPU intervals required to complete all tasks. Okay, so if we just go, okay, so the question is task scheduler. Okay, today actually I write a lot of things. So actually get me here. Yeah, so we are given task A, B, B, B. Okay, our task is simple: A, B, B. Okay, and we are given a n. Actually, A equal to 2. So an is 2. And what does this tell? That a cooldown in the same task must run at least n interval apart. Okay, so we have to run this six task. Okay, and the same task should be run with the interval of 2. So it simply means like if we run A and again we have to run A, but in between them we have to leave two spaces empty or idles condition. Okay, then again if we have to run A again, we have to put two ideal spaces, but we can easily run B into the ideal places. So if we do put a B here, so this, so simply like if we put a B here, we have to give us two space, then again another B. If we put a B here, okay, a B here and a B here, so now we can easily minimize our task. So every B has a gap of 2, every A has a gap of 2. Okay, so with this like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, with this 8, with this 8 times, okay, our answer will become 8. With this 8 we can easily complete this task. Okay, this is our question, so we have to return this 8. So this is our brute force approach. Okay, we first count all of the task. Let me count all of the task. Okay, and put it into a max heap of remaining counts. Then we start with initial time 0, and this is nothing but our time t. While any task remaining, run it up to n plus 1 task, highest count first, decrement re-add to the heap, and slot is available the task, make it idle. or advanced. Okay, let's visualize it. First we take A, then we take B. Okay, because we cannot take same task, then we have to remain it idle. So we have to fill is two places. Like if you see here, A is 3. Now in our here our slot is 0, ran is A is 2 and B is 3. Now we have to put B here. Okay, when both of the two are equal, simply one ideal. Okay, then again one A, then again one B. When both of are equal, make it ideal. Okay, so this is our simple approach towards this problem. Okay, so just take this pseudocode, place it here and evaluate it. Actually there is a much more easier way than this approach is actually have, which is our next solution. And I don't think you should ever go with this maxip approach because it is too much complicated. Okay, like it is too much complicated. So let me bring the actual optimal approach. Okay, so today's style is different. I am using previously written code. Okay, so count how many number of each task occur. Okay, we have to use a map and count it, and within this map we have to find the largest frequency, and we have to find number of tasks which frequency is equal to maximum frequency. Like here we have A and B. A is also 3, B is also 3. So if we consider A's frequency as max frequency, we have to consider B also. Okay, so this is the simple thing. Now use this formula, simple. Okay, and return the maximum. Okay, so so now just let do a dry run. So we are having 3A and then 3B, and our n is 2. So our max frequency will become 3, and ties become 1. Number of tasks, sorry, it will become 2 because our max frequency is 3. There are 2 tasks with this 3. Or calculate the frame. Max frequency 3 minus 2 into n is 2 plus 1, 3 plus 2. It will be 1. Sorry, my mistake. Why 1? Because we are considering A as the maximum frequency. We have to make sure others number, we don't have to consider this A. We don't have to consider this A. We have to consider other element than this A, which is B. So there are only one element. So that's why it is 3. So if you consider this, it will become 2 into 3 plus 2, simply become 8. And this is our actual answer because we are actually need this time. So this is our actual answer, and this is our actual pseudo code, this one. The thing you have to know is that this formula, If you don't know this formula, you will not. Simple. You have to know this formula. Yeah. Now if you go to the code, this is the code. We'll first take a map. We will first taking a map and first taking a map and then we are checking the count here. Okay, we are take the maximum frequency and check the maximum frequency in the whole map. Okay, so now we are checking that if anytime it becomes the equal to maximum frequency as we do it here, number of tasks whose frequency equal to maximum frequency, we just take those and make it, and at the end with this simple formula. Okay, maximum frequency minus 1. What I am doing, it will be 2, it will be 1. So actually what we are doing here, we are taking that how many of the have the maximum frequencies, which is nothing but 2, and we are adding the 2 here. I had this confusion because this is not ties, this is 1. So with this formula, you have to know this formula and then check with one thing that the task size is bigger or not. If the task size is bigger, it will do this, otherwise do a frame. Okay, simple, as simple as that. So this is our code. So if we take this code and if we put it here, actual code. Okay, if we run it, it should work. So with this simple mathematics formula, we can easily compute it in big O of total time. Yes, because we have to ensure everything into our space, and big O of k space, k number of element. So this is our solution. Go check this. And today I actually tried this way where I have to just put everything previous rather than typing everything by myself. Which one is better, I don't know. I am trying actually. Okay, use this link to get a 7-day free trial, and you can tell me like which should I do, like put everything at the starting like this one or like the previous one. Just tell me. Go use this link to get a 7-day free trial. Use this platform at dsa.chaicode.com. Thank you very much.